Hi, welcome to the Queendom. I'm Sarah Ingle, and today I'm responding to your assumptions about me.
This is me, I'm so royal.
So I put out a question on Instagram asking for your assumptions, and today I'm going to be responding to them. So we're just going to go down the list and pick some of your assumptions to respond to. Let's just start at the beginning. The first one from Shutterbug713. You're a nice lady. Thanks. I hope I'm nice. And I am in fact a lady. I go in the bathroom with a dress on it. Metza says, you're a real Disney princess. Well, I'm glad you think so. Until Disney gives me a coronation ceremony, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. But I actually am directly descended from different kings, multiple kings in Europe, so maybe that makes me something. Actually, I don't think it does. I think you have to be like, whether it's Disney or Europe, they have to coronate. And I have not had that happen. Pumpkin TTS. I think that TTS stands for Tangled the Series. Tangled the Series is your favorite animated show. Yes, it's my favorite show. It's my favorite anything on a screen. It's amazing. This meme is me right here. Princess Olivia, I think it's Olivia Wish. You love chocolate. I don't know, you just seem like that type of person. I do like chocolate. Good assumption, Olivia. In fact, I have chocolate cake in my fridge. S. Ganesh 7. I thought you were real life Rapunzel, but it turns out to be true. We have like a pattern happening already. Am I in fact real life Rapunzel? Tell me in the comments. Trinity Noel, you seem super innocent in every aspect of your life. I think I'm probably not as innocent as maybe people think I am, but I would say I'm relatively. Sophia Ananda says, you have a really bubbly personality and people are often annoyed by that. Maybe. I feel like it's situational though. I'm not one of those people who's gonna be like super smiley and in your face, like over the top to annoy people. In fact, if I don't know people very well, I might be much more reserved. So hopefully I'm not annoying people. But if I'm like in my element, I don't care and I will continue to be happy whether or not it annoys you. Super Jack DC Cosplay says, you're a lovely person. Well, thank you. I'm sure you're a lovely person too. Emily Teasley says, you're a vegetarian/vegan, which is funny because Emily is the name of my sister. Emily is a pescatarian, which is basically a vegetarian that does eat seafood, but doesn't eat any other kind of meat, like land meat. But I'm not. I eat all of the animals. Well, not all of them. I'm allergic to shellfish, so I don't eat those. Other Worlds Cosplay says, you love to travel. Yes, I do. I am an airline kid, so it's just something you grow up doing all the time. I actually really enjoy even being on the plane, even being in the airport. I think a lot of people don't like being in the airport. I actually enjoy it. I feel more relaxed, probably in an airplane than like anywhere, which is a little crazy. Okay, CB Stone, this is Chad. Chad says that you miss me very much and can't wait for me to visit. That is correct, Chad. Please come visit me ASAP. The Adventures of Danny, D-A-N-I. You secretly have a golden flower to grow your hair. However did you guess? Lexi Gryffindor says, you are very, very preppy. I don't know how exactly preppy is defined. How would you define? I don't own a yacht, and I don't know how to play golf. Is that what preppy is? I don't think that I am. I think I'm pretty chill and wear a lot of hoodies. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how preppy is defined. Princess Lorienne, I think that's how you say that, says, you have never been to Disneyland Paris. That is a correct assumption. I have been to Paris, but I've never been to Disneyland Paris. But someday I'd like to go. Run Fitik, I don't know if that's how you say that. I never know it's how you say any of these. You're very approachable and love being around people. I would like to think that that is a correct assumption. I think all of us have times where you almost get like peopled out and you just need to like go on a walk, but usually I would say that's true. And I would like to think that I'm approachable. I would say sometimes people might not think that I'm approachable because at Disneyland, people will tell me afterwards, oh, I saw you there. And I was like, you can say hi. I don't bite. Alana May 91 says that you are easy to talk to and find making friends easy. I hope that I'm easy to talk to, and I'm really lucky I made a lot of new friends where I am here now. And yeah, I clicked with them relatively easily, and that was fun because I never felt like I got like fit in a group of people. Rather than like the princess crew that you see us doing stuff with all the time. They're a good group of people. Fairly Rosie says, you're confident as all heck. Why, thank you. I like to think that I am. I'd say I'm relatively confident. Though my answering of that didn't sound very confident. RXDE Boy Music. LOL, can I get a shout out just because you love me? Everybody can get a shout out today because I love all you guys. Jesse Page's mom and dad. You are an extrovert. Love you, BTW. Why, thank you. Sending all the hearts to you too. I think I'm generally an extrovert. But like I said, there's like a point. I feel like it's more like it's a continuum. There's some people who need to be around people all the time, and there's some people who don't want to be around people ever. I'd like to be around people, but there's like a time where I'm like, okay, I kind of gotta just go on a walk or something. Soprano Grace says, you like Disneyland better than Disney World? Maybe? That's a good question. Here's my thing on Disneyland versus Disney World. That's kind of correct. I think if you're gonna live near one, I think it makes more sense to live near Disneyland because you can walk back and forth between the two parks really easily. It's so much easier to get there. Versus Disney World, is if you're gonna go on vacation somewhere, I feel like it makes more sense to go to Disney World because there's way more stuff. There's all the parks, but it takes forever to get back and forth between them. And even if you live really close, it takes forever to even get in because it's so spread out. So I like living near Disneyland, but I love going to Disney World to visit. Little bit of savvy. You like a little bagel with your cream cheese. That would be a false assumption. I'm not a big fan of bagels because they taste like they've already been chewed. And I hate cream cheese. I hate all condiments. I can't stand sauce. I hate ketchup. I hate mustard. I hate mayonnaise. If it's a sauce, and I apologize if anybody ever invites me somewhere and I am not eating the food. It's probably because there's some sort of sauce or a tomato or something in it or lettuce. I hate lettuce. Caesar E. Ramirez says, you are a great Rapunzel cosplayer. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so. Elena's Wove Land 06. You have loved Disney since you were a little kid. Yes, I have. One of the first things I watched as an infant, I was Beauty and the Beast, and there was a Disneyland sing-along songs at Disney, like it was Disneyland, filmed at Disneyland, like live action sing-along songs that I know every word to every song on it because I've just been watching it since like before I could talk. Zalan John says, just from one quick look at your refrigerator in one post, you are often starving. No, that would be an incorrect assumption. I just order a lot of food. My food is definitely full of more beverages. I either like go walk to get food or order it. I just don't keep a lot of things in my fridge besides cheese. And the reason you never see any cheese in there is because I always eat it before it is ever shown on camera. Oh, the Mag Davenport. This is Maggie. Maggie says, you're the best friend in the whole world. Thank you. You're the best friend in the whole world too. Maggie sent a couple. She said, you give amazing pep talks. Why, thank you. If Maggie says it's true, then it must be true. Simply Ballerina. Growing up, you've always loved Disney and dressed as Disney characters every Halloween. I actually was not allowed to dress up for Halloween. Or I was allowed to dress up for Halloween, but I wasn't allowed to trick or treat. And we had at my church this thing called Back to Bible Night, which would always mysteriously happen right around Halloween. And we could dress up as a Bible character. And one year I dressed up as the burning bush, and I'm still proud of that costume, but I would probably rather have been... I did have a Pocahontas costume that as a 5-year-old I wore all the time and would dance around my living room and sing Colors of the Wind with her. And I probably would have rather worn that, but when you have to pick from a Bible character, I'd say the burning bush was a pretty good choice. Derpy is weird. I assume that you actually hate Rapunzel and you think she's copying you. I don't hate Rapunzel. I do feel like we have a lot in common. I feel like I really like charting stars and think, oh, not charting stars. Rapunzel really likes charting stars, and I went to space camp. So I would just like to say, if Rapunzel had lived in today's day and age, she would have an awesome Instagram because she's really artistic and likes technology of the day, so she'd be a great photographer. And she charted stars, so she probably also would have at least wanted to go to space camp. Earphoriac says, you only wear waterproof mascara to Disney movies. On most days, I probably don't wear makeup. I guess that would probably be an assumption that I'm busting. I don't actually wear a lot of makeup usually. I do on camera because otherwise you look washed out and dead. And I'm not a movie crier. I'm not a big crier in general about things that are fake anyways. I mean, maybe something's real and sad, but I'm not like I'm gonna cry at a movie. I don't know if I've ever cried at a movie. Have I cried at a movie? I don't think so. Aesthetic unknown. You were popular in high school. Well, I am here to bust that myth for you. I was not. Oh my goodness. I was like as close to being shunned as you can possibly imagine. I was more like outcasted than anything. And then the other school that I went to, I found like a group of people, but it was more like I was like a scene kid back when MySpace was a thing. I feel like MySpace was already like dying at that point, but we had a MySpace. I was never popular. I really do. I feel like the only group of people that ever even like really just clicked with so instantly was my princess friends here. They're just good people. Taxi Dad X2, you don't like politics. I'm somewhat fascinated by them. I don't discuss them online because I feel like most people, sadly, can't discuss politics and have a disagreement without taking it personally. If people could actually just discuss it and not get all worked up one side or another and actually listen to people and seek to learn from each other instead of automatically judging regardless of whatever side you're on, I feel like I would be way more likely to talk about it. I really wish that we could do that because I think we would learn a lot from each other and make a lot of progress in the world if we would just listen and instead of assuming bad intentions out of people. Kiki Cutie. You were one of those kids, toddlers that sang nonstop. That is correct. I sang everything. I would make up songs to think. When my sister and I, probably like first grade, we had this word goes, a birdie is flying about. A birdie is flying about. And then there's like do 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 do. I don't remember the words of the middle part. A birdie is flying about. A birdie is flying about. There weren't a lot of words in that part. There were more words in the part that I don't remember them. Das Mark. I assumed you were really tall. I'm not really tall. I did used to model and I would stuff things in my shoes and in my hair and in my socks and I could measure as taller. But I'm not. I'm like average height. Which for the first time ever, I actually liked because I can go take pictures with friends who are really tall. Like I was taking a picture with Jessie one day and she's 5'10". I take a picture with Amber another day and she's like what, 4'11", 4'10"? Do we know Amber's height? She is not 2'3". It would be very funny to get Amber and Jesse in the same picture or video together. This trucking guy, you have a mad sweet tooth. Yes, though not as much as I think I used to. And if I do, now I'm like better about instead of just filling myself full of so much sugar. So people are like salty or like with savory or sweet, I would probably prefer sweet. But I like things like oranges and berries. I love raspberries. Raspberries are so good. Vale Salcido. I assume that sometimes you're forgetful like Dory. You know what? I feel like I used to be more forgetful like Dory to like the point where, especially if I had a lot of sugar, it would like basically make my brain like, I would turn into Dory, and if I had a bunch of sugar, then I would flat out not remember anything that happened right before. Princess Keely, you hate winter. I don't necessarily hate winter, but I hate driving in the snow. So winter in California is excellent because I don't have to drive in it. Pointito him. I don't know if that's right. You are an extrovert. You are an extrovert, but enjoy curling up in bed with a good book. I do enjoy reading. It's usually on my iPad if I'm reading, and sometimes literally because I'm in bed. Because you know when you're reading and you're like, but then you gotta turn the page and then it's like, you feel like you gotta flip your whole self over. And it's not usually fiction. I very, very rarely read fiction anymore. I feel like I read more fiction growing up. I read a lot of business and like self-helpy type books and psychology books. We had so many questions. We're gonna have to split this up into 2 videos. So if you wanna see if I answer your question, make sure you subscribe and ring the little bell so you can get that coming right to you. And I will see you next time. Hi. Hi, I'm Sarah Ingle. Welcome to, what do I usually say? Hi, I'm Sarah Ingle. Hi, I'm like Stitch. So, okay. I'm getting wiggly. They have to coronate, and I have not had that happen. This is me. I'm so not royal.